I've been talking about a lot of five element. Um, in barter, that actually we cannot really go into escaping for this. Even the words was wrong. Yeah, this word was wrong. Okay, let me put it back a little bit up. This word was wrong. Yeah. So I just want to give a little bit more perspective. Most of the time, we use five element as industry, right? We use five element as industry. So if you look at it as here, okay, this is all the industry that actually you should be going into. Why is it that metal element is finance department? Why is it that water is corporate department, right? This is all related to its element related attribute, okay, related attributes. So, like I said before on five element, in barter terms, we actually have a lot of different perspective to talk about the five element. Yeah, and most of us maybe use it a little bit different from all others people um, because um, we are not really into that kind of what to say, not really into that kind of just the industry itself is enough for us to utilize. Okay, and it's very very hard for you who have non-related skill set to go into this kind of industry. Just all of a sudden you jump in. It's pretty hard. Okay. So when you learn about metaphysics, of course, there's fourth realm. I think I explained this before in the previous sections, which is related to either your mindset, your belief, your actions, or the outcome that you're going into. And when you use five element, then it was just the main thing that is you're more good in doing it. Okay. I like to use the words opportunity in the chart. Yeah, I like to use the words opportunity in the chart rather than you are just lucky with it. It's not lucky with it, but you have more chances to execute something, more opportunity for you to learn about that, more affinity in understanding in how that is actually related to you, how that you can execute it. So it's some sort like the more chances that you can do something, the more that you can get into it, right? When you talk about wealth, then the chances that you're going to do something, it must relate back to the return of value or return of the money, return of something that give you the money, right? If not, that whatever that you executed, you're skillful with it, you're good with it, and you don't have any return, then there's no point that you're going after it. Example that the current situations that you're in right now, it is not possible for you to suddenly jump into whatever that is written in here. It's very hard. It's impossible. And you can't just read barter chart like that. And it's going to kill you if suddenly you just jump in. So it's best that you start off with whatever that you have right now. Rather than you're trying to go into different perspective of life, different perspective of industry, and you thought that it was lucky for you, yes, maybe 10% of them, maybe one of them can execute it, but not the nine. Okay, you have to look into the logical side of it too, because if it's not logical, it's not possible to be done, then whatever the chart that you have is not possible to activate, and you can't do any actions with it. Then it's a waste of time. Yeah, even though you know a lot of things about your chart, it become a waste of time chart, totally waste of time. Yeah, because you can't execute, you can't relate yourself with it. That's means there's no return of value, no return of money at all. Okay, there's no return of money, then what is the point for you to even go into that? Yeah. So before you start anything else, of course, the five element and the five structures is the most beginning stage of reading a barter chart. Okay, is really the beginning stage of reading a barter chart, and knowing who you are, knowing what kind of opportunity you can do more well, is better than you just jump into the industry without knowing anything at all. So before you do anything, make sure that you relate yourself with that particular path. Okay. Now, when I talk like this, that's mean it can be used in any circumstances, in any industry that you are in, and in any investment that you're trying to do. Okay. Most of the time, people thought that, of course, it is very good when your chart itself have an alignment that it show that you're good in managing money, which is having the well stars. It is also very good to allow yourself knowing that your chart is very good with analyze the market, knowing the details of the market. Okay, it was also very good for you to know that you're able to take risks or you're able to be routine, okay, in making decisions in whatever that you're investing or whatever the targeted approach that you are going into, right? All of them is good, but not all of them you can done or can be do, or, you can be execute by you yourself by your own. You might not be able to do four of them because your chart only show one of it that is dominant and you can only do one. Yeah. Since that is about an execution and skill set and a talent that you can execute, why not use it into a terms that it relate to whatever that you're having right now? Isn't that more good to you? Right? When it was more good to you, then it's more related to whatever that you're trying to do. That means use the five element, not in a perspective of searching for the industry. Use the five element in search of what you can actually do or learn or be good with, and then find the place that in your current trend, in your current surrounding, your environment, on what is it that you can actually do with it. And that is more practical. Okay, that is more practical, and there will be a confirmation of more result or return of result to you rather than you're just trying to, jump into an industry, which is a very wrong move. I can tell you it's a very, very wrong move, yeah? Yeah. So if you agree with me, you can actually just put in anything, any chat that you actually want to put in is way more better in that way, yeah? Okay. So because most of the time when we learn Bazi, we're trying to see where is the most luck. But for you, actually, it's not. Yeah, there is no luck in Bazi. For me, I would say there's no luck in Bazi, but there's more opportunity to do something. And it need to be very clear. The chances of doing things and the opportunity that the energy was given to you guys are not really positive or negative. That is something that a lot of people doesn't really know about that. It doesn't have a show of positive or negative. Okay. And when there's no positive and negative, then what should you be doing? Right? You're the one who are going to select or make the choice, okay, or even make the decisions whether that this is going to be positive or negative for you. Okay, whether that this is going to be positive and negative for you, it depends on you. Yeah. So back on the five element that we are talking about. Yeah, please wait a moment. Sorry, yeah, to dry. Um, based on back on the five elements, so we know that meta element is execution. Meta element is actually related to flow or wisdom. Okay, this is the department. Meta is very easy. Anything is going according to plan. Anything that is going through according to numbers and facts, that is going to have somebody take responsibility of it, right? It's all about execution. So when you have meta element structures the most in a chart, that indicates that you're supposed to go to do something with more action space, more execution space, rather than you're trying to go into department that is no, or skill set that's related to other, maybe transformations you have to innovate, right? Maybe related to wood, then you might go into growth. Okay, might go into growth, and this growth most likely is to nurture people, to grow the company, to seek a company, what kind of paths that they are trying to have, and what kind of things that you should be going into, or patterns that you should go for, right? So if you have too much of wood element in your chart, you're supposed to go for that. Okay, you're supposed to go for that. And too many of water, that's mean most likely this is the department of wisdom and intelligence. try to cooperate anything, try to use the technical part of the stuff that you should go into. Yeah, water related, suppose the actions. So whatever that was showcased in here, right? This is a keyword for you to understand what kind of element that you should go into, right? And water can go everywhere. Always remember the actual basic keywords. Yeah, water can go everywhere. Then that's mean water is an element for you to really deep dive into something that is what is the people desire is, what people needs, right? How to make, what is your company needs, what is your client needs. It's all about related to the water element. Okay. Hi, Jimmy. Yeah. Then if you go for the wood, is basically to grow something, to make a department, to understand that where is the source that's come in and go out, and how does this actually keep the company ongoing, the developing, how the branch out, what is the subgroup of this, right? That's why when you have a lot of wood element, you're supposed to take all these actions into your daily practice, your daily usage, your mindset, your belief, your strategies in whatever you're trying to do, according to your particular, the just based on your chart, just five elements, we will go into that more. Even this also indicates that in your life, you will do that even more than doing other things, you know. You basically will do that. Your nature are more into that. But when you go into that type of nature, right? And wood industry actually related to constructions, education. Okay, if you go for industry, it's related to constructions, educations, how to make a person grow, how to make self growth, right? This is all wood element. So when you look into that perspective, then most of the time it's not really not usable to you, you know. You you're working in a company, you are trying to do sales, and whatever that you're contributing right now, okay, yes, it contributes to the company growth, but it's not contributing to your own. So you're not able to fully utilize what you are supposed to utilizing at all and not activating your chart. Okay. Of course, your wood element maybe is different type of wood because there's five different actions, right? There's a wealth actions, there's a companion actions, there will be a seven killing, the influence actions. It's a little bit different. That one, when we go for talking about 10 gods, then we will go even further to understand it even deeper. But when you want to use it as practical move, and you know that you are like that, okay, overall, you will make to become like that. So the more chances that you can activate it, the more intelligent you are, the more expert you are. And what I'm trying to even tell you about this is, once that you learn certain skill set or certain attribute, or you activated your talent to a maximum, capacity of whatever you're trying to do right now, it always can be replicated to any other related system and businesses that you're going into. But the point is, when we learn Parser, we were given the ideas that it's supposed to be like that. Let's go into that industry. It will be best for me. But sometimes it's not what you think it is. Okay. And going into in that way, right? Out of a sudden, you suddenly left whatever that you are trying to do right now, and you're not, into the new things that you're going into. Because you have zero ideas, zero success feeling. When you don't have any success feeling of whatever you're trying to do, right? In a more local way, layman terms, it causes damages to your emotional needs. It causes you yourself losing your confidence in doing things. And this will really just put you back into your old self, that if you are unfulfilled in before, right now you go through a big heartbreak, then it will become even harder to execute. And most of us, and the failure that we have, the stuff that we did wrong, and we cannot even imagine the realm of possibilities to things for to be done, most of the time is related to how all these failure come through and how all this failure come by. And when all this failure come by, it really fixated our mindset. Okay. Plus, you are more accustomed to whatever your party chart is telling you. So there's no good or bad party chart actually. It's about how long that you want to, utilize whatever you have, how much that you want to execute it, how much you want to activate it. And the more that you can bring success to yourself, the more that it was easier to be done. Okay, if not, it's pretty hard. I can tell you it's like the hardest thing to do, yeah. And most of the time, why is it that you go through a party reading, you never get the conclusions that you wanted because it's not practical. Okay, it's not practical. It's just telling you that okay, you have this problem. Then how that this problem can become practical, and how that I can build my my confidence level in executions. How can it make me look into success? Okay, isn't that more important for you? Like whatever you're trying to do, you must look into the success factors first. If you're not going to build up your confidence level, your executions level, your mindset of success, then how does this actually put you into doing the things that you can make decisions? You can actually do something, in a way that you didn't even have to blink your eyes or have a fear of it or have a doubt that this is going to be failed. It's all based on practices that your chart was given to you. So if you're more into, like a meta element, then it's all about execution. If you're more into water element, it's about corporate. Corporate means it's actually all water can join together. All water can reach into different part of the earth, everywhere they can reach on. And it just go and adaptability in tapping into whatever that they're going to do, right? Most likely to do adaptations, to become flexible with the situations, you might need to also know that you need to have some certain level of wisdom and understanding towards whatever you're trying to do, right? So we have a lot of wood. Then the wood indicates motivate. This is growth. Of course, there's good or bad about growth, right? When you look into five element, it's like an early heaven technique. Early heaven indicates it was actually just give you a pattern or a way to move on, to be flexible with it, to integrate to yourself. There is no good or bad. Good or bad is how you see the perceptions of that growth level. Okay, it's actually going to that level. If you can able to integrate or internalize the growth to you yourself and to other people, or the executions to you yourself to other people, the more that you are able to do it, the better you are, right? And even though that I'm talking about this, it looks like a day master. Basically, whatever the five elements started point, the starting point is we will then expand it to the day master, the 10-day stamp, okay, not day stamp, the 10 stamp, and also the 10 gods actions base. Okay, later on it will go even deeper because the executions and actions base that you're going to do are relate back to this five element, which is why I take a long time to try to talk about this five element. Yeah. So the next one is a fire, transforming. This is always fire element is one of the element that is doesn't have any base, but trying to transform everything around them. Okay. So there's one thing that about fire element that we should all need to understand, that it requires a lot of um skill set and base or foundations to use fire element. You are very, very good in innovating, changing things, marketing stuff. Of course, fire related to attractions, fire related to gaining the attention, right? But it's not always about that. Okay, to fully utilize fire, it requires you to understand that what is it that you know, how that you want to utilize the resources, how that you want to transform all the facts that is around you. You have to go into that path. Okay, and the actions that you do, for return, right, is your ability to transform all other things. Your ability to take something and transform it, which is very important. Okay, which is very important. And to use fire, that's why when you have fire, indications that is you're very passionate. You are like you try to like become somebody that is get everything that you want to get. Okay, and you try to see in all different perspectives of a person's life. Okay, because fire, when you look at it, right, whatever that I'm talking about right now, when you look at it, it's all related to the passions. It's all um related to how fulfilled a person is. So fire element person, the way to innovate is to understand what is the things that what things that make people feel happy. So become beautiful is also part of it. You're making yourself looking good and to attract the other person to make other people feel good with whatever your appearance is. That is why it then relate to branding, relate to marketing, relate to design and productions. Yeah, relate to transforming other element to make it as beautiful as possible, so that other people can see uh, the the great things or the passions of this product that you're trying to sell, right? So when you have like fire element too much in the chart, more or less, you're somebody very passionate, right? And the negative side of this, right? Most of the time, we don't relate ourselves to it. And we're talking about, if we're talking about selecting industry, okay, then when you're talking about selecting industry, right, then it's about you're going into an industry to make something beautiful, to make out of, to talk something beautiful. Whatever that it was given here, right, whatever that was given here is just a keyword. It's just a keyword to let you know the back end flow of it. But if you fall into all this category, I want to ask you guys something. Can you really become rich by doing this? Or you're just going to feel like okay, I just get better. You just stabilize yourself. Do you feel that you just stabilize yourself? You gain a good point of your life. You can make good money. But can you become rich? I can tell you that whatever keywords they're putting in here is like normal thing that's happening in the market, right? Normal thing happening in the market. But the starting point for you to activate your chart are highly related to that particular department, right? If you cannot do it right now and you're not sure how to do it, don't directly jump into it. Yeah, it's waste of time. This is a warning that I give you guys. When you're trying to use your barter chart, remember that there's always a starting point. It's not about the end point. And the way that we use it in the market or whatever the books that you're trying to come across, they are giving you an end point. Okay? An end point, that means that on a scale to 1 to 10, right? Whatever the hardship at the front was actually easy. But on a scale of 10, right, in the end point of it, then you're actually very hard to do. And you keep on failing in doing that, it will really not going to give you anything at all. Okay? If you keep on failing in doing that. So do the easy thing first. Start off with the things that you can actually just adopt. Okay? Take one or two things, like reading some books, right? How to build my passions. What kind of resources that I need in my current job, right? And if I want to really build out my own branding, my own business, what should I really go into? What is the possibility trend in front of me? And when I say trend, it's because that every one of us are related to different opportunities. And if I just tell you that, okay, just use marketing and stuff, right? Then it's already fixated to what I thought that the best usage of the fire element. But it is not possible for you to do it. Because in front of you, the chances and opportunity to get it is close to zero. Basically close to zero. Yeah. This is what is during my consultations, I feel that this is the wrong thing. Okay. So Jimmy say I have a lot of fire, but my art of sense and beauty sense like shit. That's why you never really go and activate it. Never really go and activate it, and it turns negative, right? So if like you, right, suddenly I tell you that hey, you should not do this, you should go and jump into go for the marketing and innovate the industry and something like that. It's extremely hard thing to do because there's zero knowledge of it. So whenever you start from reading Bazi, right, everybody will like to, start off in some point. So start off with what is the best opportunity for you. If you have a lot of fire, that means opportunity for you in fire is a lot. Yeah, so start in certain things that build it up. Okay, start in something that build it up, and of course the speed. You might not notice it at the beginning, but in some sort in the between, okay, in between of the process, right? Suddenly you will feel a jump. Maybe at the beginning point, okay, beginning point maybe just a straight line, but one day that when you're able to use it, it's actually like this, a certain jump, which is more good that you're trying to like from a zero knowledge, suddenly you want to reach here, which is this is what you're hoping to do. It's a wrong way to look into Bazi. Okay, it's pretty wrong. Yeah. So now, when you go into that, right, then let's go into the earth element. Yeah. Earth element person. When you met somebody with a lot of earth, right? More or less, they are more nature based. They are more, good in nurturing people. They are more care about how people feelings about. They are more into, related to human needs. It's actually about nurturing. Okay, if you want to relate it like a metaphysic way of looking into it, right? It's a soil that allow you to go and put the plantation, to plant something, to let it, and then when you plant it, you have to take your time to grow it. Okay, you have to take your time to grow it. So when you look into like the department, right, it's talking about human resource. This is the meaning of it. And earth element is a slow accumulation from fire. Accumulation is a slow way of doing stuff, right? But they are very good. I think the layman terms you can use is a very good humanitarian. They're looking into people, understand their talent, how to utilize it. If this person is good, if this that person is bad, then he will actually able to, change the perspective of the person. Earth element is very good in doing that. Yeah. So does this actually tell you the way to use in any of your business? What you should be doing? Whatever that you sell are people oriented, humanitarian style, saving people, saving the earth. You're supposed to go into that side. But is it an easy thing to do? Extremely hard. Okay? Earth element is one of the most, I say, extremely hard things to do because right now I think everybody is hating people. Yeah, everybody is hating people. Yeah, I hate you, you hate me, you're doing that, it's not good. Your behavior is not good, I also hate you. Yeah, saving tissue. So it's a very hard thing to do and is kind of waste of time too. Yeah, but if you is a high earth element, I would say you are no choice. You are very good in that. So even though the environment doesn't allow you to do that, you have to go yourself to doing that. This is challenges for you. Okay, it's all related to how to nurture somebody, how to nurture a market, not just a person. Yeah, how to nurture a market, how to nurture a person, and it's more long-term, dedicated kind of situations. So even that you're trying to do an investment using an earth element, why is it that Warren Buffett is very good in those long-term kind of investment? It's because earth element is like that. An earth element person is very hard to let you notice they are very rich and their money of growth are slowly nurturing. Okay, it's a slowly nurturing. And because of this, right, sometimes your chart full of earth, but that doesn't mean that your day master is a earth, there will be a contradiction. When there's a contradiction, it's very hard to utilize your chart. So which is why when you look into 5 elements in your chart, it's like an opportunities and the best thing to do, even though that your day master may be a little bit different. So to utilize your whole chart, remember, in the previous sessions I talked about, there is certain things related to what? Related to the painting. Your entire chart, if your 5 element is highest, that means your chart, your painting are more into the earth element. This means whatever that you have, opportunity that you will get are highly related to that particular element. Because your painting, then everybody see you, whatever they see in you is all about that. Okay? It's basically just all about that. Then how to use. This is contradictions, yeah? So you have to look into different perspective. You can't just use one way to look at it. Okay? Now, there's a way, yeah? So JJ say you are earth with too many water. Yeah, that's why your day master, okay, later on we'll talk about day master is a different criteria, yeah? When having a lot of earth, having, let's just say example, having a lot of one element, okay, that the element is too much in your chart, indicates that your particular natal chart, your natal chart, okay, is full of that particular element. So it also indicates that in your chart, whatever you have inside the chart is more into certain element. Let's just say it's earth, more into earth element. Then opportunity you have to do is earth. But like JJ, like let's just say JJ, right? JJ is a water element chart, but your day master is earth. So whatever opportunity that you get, okay, are more into integrating, understand people, wisdom part, yeah. How is it the technical things come in, how the knowledge thing is supposed to come in. But for you, yourself, you're an earth element. You have to, okay, you have to let these intelligence things come and take over. You have to do it, right? And because of what you yourself, your day master, your behavior, your personality, it's not your opportunity, yeah. Your personality is your day master. Okay, your personality is a nurturing one, and then you have to take control of the water. You have to go and take control of the water. When you take control of the water, right, that's mean you have to exhaust yourself. So this directly tell you your chart is more into giving more to the people, take more actions to control. But if you are not doing it, because earth element are most likely will not be doing it, they are more slow. They want everything to come like nurturing also. That means they are quite lazy or procrastinating. But your chart for you to gain the opportunity to gain more money, to gain more ability and skill set to do something is related to water. And you need to exhaust yourself a lot. And if you are not a strong day master, it's very hard, very, very hard to exhaust it out, to exert it out. Then it becomes a contradiction. So sometimes I always tell the class, when I'm teaching my Bazi class, I always tell people, people who are successful is because their awareness is very high. Their conscious is very high. They're aware of their chart, not aware of their chart, but aware of the things that is keep on happening to their life. That unconsciously, they're aware of it, they utilize it. They know that in your life, you must, like, let's just say like JJ chart, right? There's no choice. You want to get good in your life? Want to do good things in your life? That means you have to be more confident, execute more, exhaust yourself more, and embrace that tiredness. Exhausting yourself is actually one of the good things for you, right? If you, the first step that you never do this, you never embrace it, then more or less whatever opportunity in your chart becomes zero because no actions was taken. Okay, No actions were taken. That's why it becomes extremely difficult to use. Some of the chart become extremely difficult to use. Okay, so I have that give you an idea, yeah. So Jimmy was saying that my 7K mostly all yang. Okay, which what would that mean? Which element? Or it just means that I can use all the big and dramatic. Um, seven killing and your yang chart. Most likely you have to take over the world. I think last time I read your chart, right, Jimmy? I already tell you what to do. Very straightforward. Don't care. Just do. Take extreme actions. Because for your chart, you living in this world, in another way, your experience in this life are supposed to withstand hardship. And when you're trying to escape from it, you're trying not to do it. You think that the thing will pass. That's mean forever. You'll be there. There's no opportunity for you to actually get good. Yeah, yeah. No, nothing to get good. Okay, so that's why you have to withstand. Go take the whatever aggressive things that you need to do. If not, you will never be able to get your chances. Okay, and there's a lot of wood in your chart, right? Remember, I tell you to go and help startup. Remember that because that is the things that's growing. I think I tell you about startup because you're ninth heaven also, right? That's why I asked you to go and do anything with startup. So all this element that when you put in, right, it comes up with a reading. It comes up with a reading. So like JJ chart, you have water, you need to exhaust out, right? So if you use it as a reading of if you use it as a reading like karma and stuff, like you come into this world, why is it you have to suffer? Why is it that you have to do things? It also tells you the same story. It tells you the same story. Because the opportunity for you to do something is there. And your life, based on the trend that you have, you are meant to help people. You are meant to exhaust yourself to bring value to people. You're not here to be good. No, you're not here to enjoy life. You're not there because the day master are controlling the situations, are controlling the opportunity that you're supposed to get. Whereas the wealth element come in. Yeah, that's how the traditional method to come in. Yeah, so whatever I give to you guys is actually all related. It's all related. I just use a way that is more practical to use. And most of us, we don't really try to understand that. Yeah. So since that you understand your life are going through that path, what you should do? You should really go and exit. Okay. Like my chart. My chart is like 4 clash. Yeah. Three of the clash. Three pillar clash. So whatever that I am living in this world, I only see bad shit happening. If I am always looking at bad shit, should I just allow the bad shit to happen or I utilize the bad shit? Is you are the one who make the decisions that what you want to see in this world. Since that the barter chart give you a path, a trend, a map for you to go, how can you make a full use of it? This all depends on you. Okay, it's really all depends on you. So from the 5 element, it's already give you an idea what is it that you should be having, what kind of chances that you have, what kind of opportunity that you should have. So this is why it's good to understand first before you try to do anything else. Yeah. So reading a chart should come from the 5 element first, because your entire painting, all the calculations, for your painting, right, all come from there. Okay, all of your calculations come from there. So it's good for you to look into the 5 element first before you try to do anything else. Okay, yeah. Now, so is there any questions for any of you guys? Come. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Yeah, come. Yeah. Why today Zoom? Because I was actually outstation again. I was outstation. I think you know, right? I think you know where I am, right? Hello. I didn't bring laptop, and I found out bringing a laptop is not that mobile. And using a phone is very hard to do a Facebook Live. Okay, yeah, it's very hard to use a Facebook Live. So I just use this Zoom as a way. Later the recording will upload in the Facebook. Yeah, I actually thinking about doing it on Telegram. It's easier to do it. Which is why I tested yesterday. Yeah. Now, so not just about that. On your five structures, not just about that. Five element actually also related to your emotions, and of course, whatever in here, telling you about the organ as well. So the next week I will talk about a little bit more about this the organ itself. I look at it at a different perspective. So when you say about wealth, it's about your actions that return. Okay, it's about an actions that is returned. So it's about how that you want to use this element into that particular, place or environment or a company or an investment. Okay, the perspective of you in doing that is very important. The perspective, the skill set that you're doing it is very important. It was never about how lucky you are. It's about what kind of opportunity that you will always see and get, right? And if you can align yourself with that, then it's always tend to be better. Yeah, it's always tend to be better. And of course, this is a way to do it, right? Like me, my chart is actually high friend stars, very high friend stars. So my way of approach, my way of thinking of life, all the while, is about why is it a person are not fully utilize his talent, especially in driving a cars. Especially in driving a cars, I am very frustrated with people driving cars slow because your car have you buy a very expensive car or you modify a very you modify your car become like a racing car, but you're driving like 40 or 30 on the roads, which is something I cannot accept. So most of the time, you have extreme friends are like me. We all look into people perspective a lot, human abilities a lot. When you're high companion stars, you're more into why is it one person should not be doing that? As I can do that, you also can do that. So this is the chances or the opportunities that always comes in, yeah. These are the chances and opportunity that always come in. You always have something in your mind that related to, for me, is like related to human abilities. Or because companions are related to confident level, it's always about one person's ability in executing. What is it you are not doing? So if I think I am like that, I will also think that you're supposed to be like that. Right? And because of that, right, most of the time, your daily life, it gives you all the things that make you fall into that category to, the opportunity and the appearance of all these elements keep on coming up. Okay, because you are strong with that element. Yeah, and that will make you think, that will make you deep dive, that will make you consider about a skill set related to that. So if you know that you yourself is related to that, what you should be doing, fall into that category. And this is also the way I use in my metaphysics, right? Yesterday you guys saw the monthly forecast, right? It's all about actions. It's all about opportunity. It's all about something you can do. It was never about what is the luck for that years. It was never about what is the luck for that month. Because for me, I would say that it's about an actions because of high companion, yeah. It's about what you do to conquer your own world. So every one of us, the way that we practice Bazi, completely different. Just from that perspective of view, yeah, every one of us, even in using metaphysics, is completely different. Okay, and that is what you guys have to really go and deep dive who you are. Are you transforming? Are you only talking about growth? Are you only talking about execution? My friend stars is actually matter element. Imagine that. Yeah, because based on what you already learned, yeah, I'm just giving you a very practical move to that. Before we move into the five interactions or actions, right, which is the wealth, the influence, and output. You're supposed to know something about this so that you can bring forward. Yeah. So if you're like Earth element and you're high with friend stars, then you will care a lot more about people. Some of it is more aligned because originally their attribute is related to that. Imagine that your high metal element and your seven killing is very high. Your influence is very high. You are somebody that doesn't care about anything, just execute. It will be like that, you know. You even take risks to prove to people that when I do something, there will be a result. It will go into that level. Yeah. So after this, how to use this five element? Once that you notice, okay, because I already give you guys some worksheet, right? Right? Then how do you actually want to use the worksheet? How do you guys want to use the worksheet? So let's take a look into the worksheet, yeah. So I stop this first. I stop this sharing first, and I go and find the worksheet. Okay, let's go and find the worksheet for you guys. Uh, Let me go to the worksheet first. You see, doing Zoom can also do like this. It's actually pretty good also. Yeah, it's actually pretty good and it's very convenient. Sometimes, you know, it also show you that in your life, um, okay, in whatever they are trying to do in digital world, it's actually pretty good. Okay, for you to have flexibility in doing whatever that you're trying to do, it's actually pretty good. Yeah. So let me share the screen. So this is the worksheet that you have. Correct or not? Everybody's supposed to have this, yeah? This is the worksheet that you have. Okay. So in here, oh, nice. In here, what you need to do is identify what is the strongest element and what is the weakest. Okay. What is strongest, what is the weakest? And then, okay. And then, um, once that you, okay, there's a little bit about here. Wait me a little bit, just a little bit, because just a little bit, yeah. Okay. So when you look at this, look into your highest element and your lowest element, right? And then identify them in your chart. Okay, identify them in your chart. So based on this is to let you guys know that where is it the element that related to them. That's mean you will have a stem, right? You will have a thank God, right? The stem and the thank God. What the thank God is? What is the stem is? Right? So in the bottom part, the branches will also related to the element itself. Correct? Related to the element itself. So when you look at this, when you want to use this, is to know where it was and how to activate it. Is it related to friends? Is it related to any teacher, any advisor, any supporter? Right? That can help you to activate more of your chart. Because understand five element, there's a few things that you need to use is where is it located on the pillar. Yeah, and where it was allow you to narrow down how to activate it. Okay, and also it will let you know where is it that you need to exit it out. Where is it that it will give you the return of value. Practical move, yeah, practical move. Because after understand the five element, you are also supposed to know where it was and how to do a targeted approach. If you are not doing the targeted approach, then it's very hard for you to activate the chart. All right? It's very hard for you to activate the chart. So it's best for you to know where it was, and then you try to activate it by understand, is it on your year pillar? Is it on your month pillar? Is it on your day pillar? Or is it on your hour pillar? Okay? Then only you will know that, okay, what you should be doing with it. If not, you want to try to find money, you want to try to find skill set, you want to try to find people related to you, correct or not? Then you need to know how to and where to find them. Yeah, that they give you an ideas on how to execute it. And most likely, I will encourage you to use the main chi. Okay, the main chi for the animal branches, which is the animal sign, the bottom one, the main one. Okay, use that first because that one is dominant and easier to be done, to be used. Okay, yeah. Now, any questions of this? So you go back, open your chart. Yeah, you go back and open your chart. And then when you open your chart after that, okay, let's go back. Yeah, somebody is talking, so let me mute first. Yeah, go back and open your chart and see what is it the most dominant energy you have. And then after that, try to locate it on your four pillar. After your four pillar, then you will know that which location is best to use. Okay? Which location is best to use. Then try to think about what you should be activating. Is it your mindset? Because most likely the easiest thing to do right now in the current you is not really about trying to jump into it. It's about exploring these possibilities. Okay? And remember, the starting point is always not easy because you're not in there, you're not using it. Maybe you're not using it at all. Maybe you're using it all the time, right? And where is it that, which aspect of life you should be contributing it? So you might be just exploring it. Okay? You might be just exploring it. So when you're exploring it, then you should take note that what kind of things that you should explore. So I will give you four way. One is always about your belief, your faith. Not everybody believe in growth. Because wood element, not everybody believe in growth, yeah? Even if you're a lot of wood element, you might not believe in growth. Okay? Like Jimmy, a lot of wood element, I don't think he believe in growth in certain point before I meet him a few times. He more believe in karma. Okay? So it's not always in that sense. So it's a way to, okay, Jimmy is fire, okay, yeah. So when you look into that, right, then not everybody believe in that, but understanding where it was, then you will have ability to look in the place to execute it. Yeah, yeah. Jimmy say it's Yin Wu, but Yin Wu is actually on the month, right? No. You got yeah. So bottom of fire. So when you look into that, then you will know that, okay, now, yeah, even the fire, right, is also wrong. Because Jimmy believe in the wrong side of fire. Passions can also turn negative when you have faith only in karma. Okay? If you have only have faith in karma, something is wrong. Because the karma is actually, I know some of you guys believe that, yeah. I'm just giving you an example. Sometimes it can turn to obsessions. Obsessions turns into stagnations. Stagnations turns into blockage. Blockage become a cage. Okay? Blockage become a cage. Understand that, yeah? Why is it that I'm daily posting in my Telegram is to unblock everybody? Yeah? So when you too believing in something, you become obsessive with it. So four things that you need to activate is, one is it is a belief. Because that belief is the faith. If you think that you don't believe in miracles, then none of the miracles will happen. Right? If you don't believe that executions, because maybe it's better element, yeah? If you don't believe executions lead into miracles. Executions only lead into stress. There's a wrong way of belief too, right? So in life, there's four things. There's most dominant in metaphysics that we always use. One is your belief. Second is your strategies. Okay, strategies relate to your mindset. The third one is actually related to your feeling and emotions or your execution. Okay, that one is the third one. And then the fourth one is an outcome or result or tools or people that you want to meet with. This four thing is very important. So you explore in this four, pick one to explore. Then only you will know that your chart bring opportunities. If not, you will never see your chart as a money-making tools. You will never do that. Yeah. So once that you identify, then you have a targeted approach towards your chart, what your chart supposed to be done. Because most of the time, we don't really do that. We are living our daily normal life. We believe that our daily normal life is the best, and totally no use, yeah? Totally no use. Okay? Yeah? So Jimmy start to unblock. Jimmy is because he go for the mountain, yeah? That's why unblock. Okay? So that's the homework that you should be doing. And I hope that you guys can actually do something with it. Try to look on it first. Because this is the beginning of the seed that you put into you. Okay? So after this seed, then it will totally change into different perspective. Okay? Yeah? So this is it that for today. This video will be uploaded on Facebook. I will also upload on YouTube because I'm trying to gain some of the followers, right? So if you feel like this session is good, you can actually share to your Telegram and stuff. You can share on the Facebook, right? Whenever I post it, so that you can actually brings it towards more people, which is something related to my friend stars. Okay, something related to my friend star. So that is all for today. And any questions you guys have, put in the space-time channel, any of the comment sections. I will be able to see it, and I will reply you on that. Okay? So thank you to everyone, and see you guys next week. Okay? Goodbye. Goodbye.